The level where we nurture talent, and of course our very own Sam Gituku didn't really play much of sport in school, but talk of that school games, Mulindi Kare, our very own reporter, is at the Maranda High School in Bondo, Siaya, where he's been following up these games and filed the following report. Yeah, of course. Of course, those are the pictures you're seeing there, filed by Mulindi Kare, right in Siaya, Maranda High School, and of course some of them from the Kakamega school games, which went on in Kakamega. And probably I'll come to you, Zita, take it up on these school games, probably. What do you make of it? Because from this we are heading to the national school games.
You know, there's a lot of talent in these school games because you can see even the way they're playing, the way they are doing. I think the school, kudos to the school management actually for what they're doing. They're doing a very good job. And then something else is like, this is what we need to nurture. This is what we need to take to the under 20 and under 18, under 15, under 16 for football teams here in Kenya, because I can see, and this is where we can get our national team. As we go on. So for me, when we see again the drama that was happening last week of a club being punished because of a foreigners player, and we have teams, we have again talents here in Kenya, you know, it's something that is really disturbing. We should nurture these talents from school to academies, and see how Kenya will do.
Shitera, this is your home region actually. Shanderema.
I
got it right.
Yeah, Shanderema.
That's basically a new kid on the block, beating Musingu to win the title there. And you can also see Mwitoti, which is another new kid on the block, shaking the big boys and the big girls.
Malava,
yeah. What do you make of this heading into the national competition again, which being Kakamega?
I think I'll blame myself because I wish I brought out the crowd that was at Buhungu Stadium. You would think it was FC Leopards against Gor Mahia, but this was Shanderema, as you said, versus...
And the stadium was filled to the rafters.
It was full. That's why I'm saying I apologize for the viewers, because that is something that should have come out firsthand, even before going to the pitch. People in Kenya love football. There is local talent. You can clearly see it from the boys, how they are playing it. And Shanderema, as you said, they are new into it, but it shows that there is talent all over. Musingu have been dominating. Kakamega High School has been dominating over years. But now, someone new coming in and giving the traditional winners that run for their money, it's a clear indication that we only need to go down there and tap that talent. Again, another challenge to the sports CS, Babu Namwamba, and the Talanta Hela program. He has so much on his plate, and as Zita said, bringing it up now to the national level. Most of this talent die in the grassroots. We rarely see them, and as I said, and I repeat, we see them late into their life when they are almost retiring. Why? Because you have to part with some money to play for a big club. And this is a very big shame to our talent search and our biggest clubs in Kenya. As she said, very, very big shame.
Arocho, maybe sum it up for us, the school games. In the past, it has been dogged by age cheating, but this, the platform through which we produce the next stars.
Well, I like what the school games, the team has done to try and curb the age cheating. These suspensions and even teachers are interdicted when they are caught having brought in kids who are above that age. But I'll talk about the crowd. I was really impressed, and this is something that is a challenge to the guys who run football in this country. It is a challenge to everyone. How come such a school game there's a crowd of that kind? How come that we can see people so excited in a pitch? There's a link between the primary, secondary, and now the Football Kenya Federation. They need to synchronize. They need to work together to make sure that how do we nurture the talent that comes from these games, and how is it that secondary school can attract such an attention?
Yeah, such a crowd.
Yes, such a crowd.
For instance, we don't see that even in matches.
I think stakeholders should just sit down. And soccer is not for any single person. Everybody should come in. And why can't we tap on what the secondary school games are doing? How come when Tusker is playing KCB, there's nobody in the pitch?
In the pitch, yes.
But when Musingu is playing Kakamega, you can see that crowd. We need just to have a conversation within the football fraternity to know exactly what we are not doing right. Because it's a shame that once again, in the Kenyan Premier League, there's nobody in the pitch. But when we are doing the school games, there's that crowd. Over and above that, the talent, as Shitera has ably put it, the talent there must be a system. We should not get players by default. We should get players through design. We must design that transition.
I just want to add something on that as we continue, because there's a place where, you know, there's a crowd like there. Let's talk about Shabana. If Shabana goes with the same players they have into the KPL, they will get that crowd. But if they start doing that, no, we don't want the home players, let's just get some people from outside, we want the Nairobi people, they want, you know, people will come to see will come to the pitch to see that is my son playing there. Huyo ni mtu wa kijiji yetu anacheza kwani, anachezea Nzoia. Huyo ni mtu wa kijiji yetu anachezea Kakamega Homeboys. Let us go and watch him. Let us go and watch her as they play at the ground, because that is how you pull the crowd towards your team. And then something else I want to challenge with them, actually mostly the Western teams. These are the talent that have been shown by the school games. Go and take players from the school games. To go and poach players from the school games. And that is, when you take one player from there, you know you've taken a crowd from which team? A school team. You know, so for that is how you build your crowd. As I'm just trying to answer what Arocho is trying to say, because as you see, Tusker, of course, they've pushed people up in Nairobi. So nyumbani hakuna mtu atasema I want to go and see somewhere there. So if you want to maintain your crowd at home, please let some players who are from that place, you have talent there, play there so that you can get crowd from there. Yeah.
Shitera, what probably are the vital learning lessons in school games, and as they've ably broken out, we are heading to Kakamega for the national championship, after which, of course, the teams that will be crowned winners will head to Rwanda Huye again for the regional competition.
As Arocho has always put it, that this is the platform where we really need coaches or scouts. Are we having them at these school games? Probably yes, probably not. So the lesson should be, this is the talent that is being showcased to us Kenyans. But when we go for national team selection, be it under 18, under 23, or the senior team, we miss out all this talent. What are we doing to this talent? How do we track their progress? That is a very, very important structure that needs to be laid out at the federation level, the FKF. This is now they are under 16, I would say, yeah, because now they'll graduate to under 18 and then under 23. what is the national federation doing about this? Do you have their representatives on the ground, probably to
for scouting, yes,
or probably take some notes now, leave alone even scouting? This is an issue that we really need to take it serious as a national importance. That is where talent is nurtured. And unlike many developed countries in football, like Egypt, in Africa, and Algeria, where talent is sought at age 5. Now, leave alone as we are doing it at around probably 15, 16.
Actually, Shtera, the most interesting thing is all the big stars we have in the football actually were identified at the school.
At the school level.
Talk of McDonald Mariga.
Yeah,
talk of Dennis Oliech. Talk of Victor Wanyama.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, that FKF should really be serious in putting their house in order to ensure that football is a career beginning at that tender age. I'm talking of Algeria. We beat Algeria in 1993. Yeah, when Otamax was Kenya 1, yeah, and if you compare Algeria and Kenya at this time, these are two worlds apart. In politics, they compare Singapore and Kenya, that they were at some point at par. In football, Algeria and Kenya were at par in 1993. Actually, we were better than Algeria when we beat them at Nyayo Stadium when Vojo was the coach. How and when did Algeria leave us? Our planning and our preparation to bring up talents has been something else.
Talking of football, it hasn't been a very good week, more so for one club, Gor Mahia, who've been kicked out of the CAF Champions League by the Confederation of African Football. And of course, we have our very own Zita, who is on standby in part B of the studio to just help break it down for us. Zita, take it away.
Thank you so much, Sila. I'm here to just break it down for you on what happened with the Gor Mahia situation. Okay, personnel who have sued Gor Mahia over contract breach, that is people who have sued Gor Mahia because of the contract breach: Dickson Ombundo, Tanzanian midfielder; Adam Keita, Malian goalkeeper; Yangaya Sando, Rwandan striker; Julius Ulimwengu, Rwandan striker. And then we have Jackson Ousu, Ghanaian midfielder; Fik, that is a Ugandan defender; Stephen Palok, that is a British coach. So those are the people who have sued Gor Mahia on because of the payment. They haven't been paid for their dues. So on November 9th, 2021, FIFA slapped Gor Mahia with a 2-window ban for failing to pay Ghanaian Jackson Ousu and goalkeeper Adam Keita their dues. FIFA, as you've seen, FIFA fined FKF Kenya shilling, that is 6 million, for sanctioning the transfers. Ugandan Shakib and Dickson Ombusu from Tanzania and coach Palok took the matter to FIFA, whereby they haven't been paid their dues. And again, FIFA lifted transfer ban on Gor Mahia after settling part of the dues on to Stephen Ousu and Adam Keita. So I'll just, before that, that is in March 24th, 2023. Gor Mahia lifts the 2022-2023 KPL title and CAF Champions League tickets. I'll just try to take you on what happened. I'll just take you back a little bit in March 2023. The two parties reached the payment plan, that is the players and the club, that is Gor Mahia club. And then the FIFA lifted the transfer ban in March, so that in March 30th, actually the plan of the payment was from March to 30th, whereby on 30th April, the players by that time wanafa kuwa wamelipwa hawajalipwa by Gor Mahia. On 30th April, Gor Mahia defaulted and the players moved back to FIFA seeking to be paid the remaining amount. In July 2023, the players waliandika pia again to FIFA requesting them to revoke Gor Mahia licensing as they still owe him money to control to the CAF club licensing requirements. That is, by that time, Gor Mahia haven't paid the players their dues. In July 2023, CAF responded immediately, directing the Gor Mahia to pay the players all his dues by 20th July, 5 p.m. East African time. But by that time, Gor Mahia hawako wamelipa pesa za players. So Gor Mahia FC kicked out of CAF because of the reason that I've given you, and then the Champions League for faulting the financial clause for the CAF club licensing, and then Gor Mahia kicked overdue payment of Sado and Adama, that is the goalkeeper from Mali, and Julius Umengo. That is the reason why Gor Mahia were kicked out of it. If you look at the Article 63 on overdue payment towards the employees, the license applicant must prove that it has no overdue payment towards current and former employees as at 31st March of the year in which the CAF club competition commands as per Article 63. If the license applicant has overdue payment at the March to 31st of the year in which the CAF club competitions commence. So here is where you get an advantage of another 2 months if in the same article it shall have an agri period of 2 months to prove that by the following that is that 1st May such overdue payment have been fully settled, deferred by the mutual agreement which the creditor are still pending before the competent authorities and without a final and binding decision or sue subject to not obviously unfounded dispute submitted to the competent authorities. So this is where the Gor Mahia actually, by the agreement whereby they had with the players by April 30th, they were supposed to pay the players. But by that time, they didn't pay the players. That is, the players went back to FIFA and told FIFA that, hey, by this time, manze, tujalipwa pesa yetu. And the FIFA told the Gor Mahia that by 20th July, they're supposed to pay, but Gor Mahia didn't pay that, and that is why the ban was given to them. So, Sila, please.
Thank you very much, Zita. Breaking it down there for us, and that leads us to our question of the day, and we ask you, what are your thoughts on Gor Mahia's expulsion from CAF Champions League? What are your thoughts on Gor Mahia's expansion from the CAF Champions League? Send your feedback to 22422. SMS your thoughts to 22422. At Citizen TV Kenya, at Isaac Swiller, and of course, we are going to sample some of them at the tail end of this program. So get in touch with us, send your SMSs to 22422. Arocho, your thoughts on this? You've just seen Zita break it down there, and we know the situation as it is. Where does this leave Gor Mahia?
Well, I'd like to respond to that question in two folds. One, I'd like to think that Gor Mahia are not serious in the way they sign their players.
Yes.
Why am I saying so? Other than Shafik Batambuze and Jules Ulimwengu, the rest of the players are substandard players. Why am I saying so? Sando. When did you hear Sando score for Gor Mahia? The Adama Traore guy, the goalkeeper. The last time he played for Gor Mahia were playing against Police in Kisumu. The guy socked in three goals just within 17 minutes. The bottom line, what I'm trying to say is, who are these players? You know, when you talk to me about Jacques Tuyisenge, I'll listen to you.
Yes.
Jacques Tuyisenge was scoring goals left, right, and center. For you to bring a foreign players, this person must be way above the local players. When you talk to me about Godfrey Walusimbi, I will listen to you. But when you talk to me about Sando, somebody who never scored a goal, was never featuring in Gor Mahia, yet is somebody who is now bringing the country to a shame. The second fault is, guys, as a country, we must sit down and talk to ourselves.
Serious dialogue.
Yes, as far as this game is concerned.
Serious dialogue. Probably Shitera, you can maybe chime in. He's raising a fundamental issue about the quality and the pedigree of players Gor Mahia have been signing. These are questions that has been there for the last 10 years, but Gor seem not to learn from it.
But you see, I'm happy it's happening so that Waswahili wanasema once beaten, twice shy. Probably it will send a lesson to Gor Mahia and FC Leopards, because they have been competing who will sign more foreign players. And it's an obsession that we really need to walk away from foreign coaches, foreign players. FC Leopard is staring at a similar situation. They are being asked to pay over 35 million to their former coach, Osems. So, in my view, I would say patriotism would have counted in this situation, as she said. I don't think there is any local player who would have taken Gor Mahia to FIFA or CAF because they have failed to pay their dues for them to be blocked. Similar situation. Why we usually and always ask, what was the reason for sacking Anthony Kimani? Now, a wage bill of over 35 million is waiting to be cleared by FC Leopards. Will it happen? Probably another ban is looming, or suspension, if I may call it so. It's looming for FC Leopards. Gor Mahia, top clubs in the country. What are they showing small clubs in the Premier League that for your success to come your way, you need to invest in foreign talent? My view is no. We don't need to invest in foreign talent. Same to Harambee Stars. We've lost in excess of 100 million paying for foreign coaches. Bobby Williamson, Sebastian Minye, Adel Amruche. You see, those are huge amounts of money that we have paid for the foreign coaches. And yet, if I may ask you, what did they bring to our football table? My conclusion will be nothing. Apart from Reinhard Fabisch, who came close to qualifying for the World Cup in 1998, the only other coach who has done or has come equal to that is Francis Kimanzi. So why are we not investing in local talent? Look at Senegal, a leading footballing nation in Africa, won the AFCON in last year. This is a team being coached by a local talent, former player, Algeria, Egypt, Tunisia, Cameroon, Morocco. I may name them. So what is the obsession with foreigners?
Let's bring into context, and talking of local coaches in the clubs, Steve Shitera spent some time with Kakamega Homeboys chairman Cleophas Shimanyula and put this into perspective in this special report. Take a look.
Mimi kwa majina naitwa Cleophas Shimanyula. Wengi wanajua kama toto babangu alinipatia kwa sababu alikuwa ananipenda sana. Alianza kuona huyu mtoto anakaa ni mjuaji, mtu chap chap, kanipa jina lito Toto.
Nicknamed Toto by his father, the Kakamega Homeboys football supremo has become a household name not just in Kakamega but the country at large. His rise to fame has been as a result of patience, endurance and immaculate planning that has seen the Kakamega-based football team become a force in Kenyan football.
Niliona talanta iko hapa inaoza, na nikaona watu wengi kama mfano Waluya wanaamini FC Leopard. FC Leopard ndio timu ya Waluya. Lakini nikiangalia ile mpango ilikuwa inaniudhi zaidi, sababu niliona watu wengi wengi wanaweka tumbo mbele. So inakuwa ni kazi ngumu sana kwa wewe kama unaweka tumbo mbele kurun team. Lazima uwe na roho ya kujitolea, sababu hii ni kutumia fedha.
The growth of the team has come with its rewards, as many fans, more so from the region, now identify with the team, eating into Ingwe's traditional support base.
Watu wa Western wanapenda kwanza wakiangalia wachezaji ambao wanacheza na watoto wao, mandugu zao, mashemeji zao, mababa zao. Inakuwa ni raha sana. Na wao pia sasa saa hizi wengi watu wa Nairobi wameniita branches. Wanasema tukuje twende kule watufungue hizo branches. Wale FC wote wanasema wanakuja kutusupport. Kuna wale wa Goro wamesema tunafurahia na vile tunacheza mpira. Mpira watoto wanacheza soko wanacheza imefurahisha watu sana, wamefurahia. Na tena wanaona ni wale vijana locals. Hatuna hiyo majina hata ukiangalia tu wale foreigners wako kwa hiyo timu hujaona.
It has become almost difficult for most Premier League clubs to get a point at their home turf Buhungu Stadium, leave alone a win, making Buhungu Stadium their fortress.
Tumecheza vizuri sana 2022. Tukacheza, tukaperform kabisa, tumeshinda timu mingi. Tukawa tunaongoza na point 15. Hizi timu zingine zote kina Gor Mahia, FC, Tusker walikuwa wanatufuata nyuma, tunaongoza na point 15 mbele. So mambo iliharibika kidogo kwa sababu tulikuwa na coach anaitwa Mwalala naye sasa alikuwa hataki kuambiwa. Sababu naona anaongoza, tukimwambia kitu anatuambia kwamba point 15 na atatupata. Na mimi nikamuelezea nikamwambia Mwalala, hii ukipoteza 1, 2 na draw 3, 4 hao tumetupata. Kimchezo tu ndio ilifanyika. Tusker walimaliza nambari 1. Walitushindia goal difference. Hiyo goal difference ilifanya Tusker wakakuwa mabingwa. Na niliumia sana roho kwa sababu tulikuwa tumetia nguvu vizuri, tulianza poteza dakika za mwisho kwa sababu ya nini? Ya huyo coach ambaye anaitwa Mwalala. Wakati tulimaliza sikuwa na budi, ilibidi nimfute nani? Mwalala. Wanazaniita Abramovich majana zote utapewa kwa sababu kwa ukweli ukiangalia ligi ya Kenya hata saizi hakuna timu ambayo mtu kama mimi amejitolea kusaidia vijana na tena to make the matter worse or good. This is a community club.
But who is Toto, the man behind Kakamega Homeboys' success?
Mimi ni mfanyabiashara hapa Kakamega. Mimi hufanya kazi ya transport, nafanya matatu. Mimi pia ni contractor, naunda barabara. Lazima sisi pia tungangane, ndio unaona kazi nafanya mingi, sifanye kazi moja. Na ukikuja utanipata mimi kila mahali, ukienda hata utajua. Ukikuja kama hujanijua utafikia labda pia mimi mfanya kazi, lakini sisi ndio wenye kampuni ambapo tunachapa hiyo kazi.
Away from football, Shimanyula is a family man, married with 5 kids. The success on the football pitch has been transferred to his farm in Rurambi constituency. Shimanyula practices fish farming and crop production. And as FKF Premier League clubs grapple with the CAF club rules, Shimanyula says his football club is fully compliant. Steve Shitera for Sporty Monday, Citizen TV, Kakamega.
Beautiful story there. Before we go into it, I'm told our very own Mulindi Kare is at the Maranda High School in Bondo, Siaya, and now links up with us. Kare, take it away.
Na asante sana Sila na wenzako mkiwa studioni na kujia moja kwa moja kutoka chuo kikuu cha Jaramogi Oginga Oginga. Hapa ndipo kuna mechi leo ya kwanza kati ya Onjiko na Gorosare katika mechi za shule za upili ambayo inaendelea hapa kaunti ya Siaya. Hii ikiwa ni siku ya 3 tangu mechi hii kuanza. Na kunisaidia kuweza kudadavua masuala haya ni naibu mwenyekiti wa michezo katika kaunti ya Siaya. Vile vile ni naibu mwenyekiti katika Nyanza nzima kusimamia michezo hii. Yuko hapa nami, atajitambulisha kwa jina kisha tueleze ni mambo gani yamekuwa weekend hii na timu gani zimecheza na hali ilikuwa vipi katika viwanja mbalimbali kwenye kaunti hii ya Siaya. Karibu mwalimu. Utaanza kwa jina na tueleze hali imekuwa vipi hii ikiwa ni siku ya 3.
Shukran sana. Leo tuko katika siku ya 3 kwa haya maandalizi ya michezo ya katika nyanja ya Nyanza mzima. Tulianza juzi tukiwa tumekuwa katika preliminaries na leo tuko katika semi-finals. Vile mnavyojua kinyang'anyiro imekuwa ni ya hali ya juu sana kwa sababu term 2 ambayo inahusisha masuala ya soka, volleyball, racket games na mambo ya basketball na kadhalika. Katika nyanja ya Nyanza huwa ni sana watu wanazienzi sana, watu wanazipenda sana kwa sababu hata mashabiki huwa wanajaza uwanja kabisa. Ndiposa anasema kwamba kinyang'anyiro pia imekuwa ni katika hali ya juu kabisa. Nyanza vile mnavyojua pia inahusisha counties 6 kuanzia Migori, Homa Bay, Kisii, Nyamira, Kisumu na Siaya ambao ni waandalishi ama host katika hizi michezo za mwaka huu. Kwa hivyo sasa hivi siku ya leo tuko katika semi-finals ambazo zinahusisha teams zote katika volleyball, football, basketball na hata rugby sevens that is.
Labda kwa kiduchu tupe tu matokeo ya yale mechi ambayo ilicheza jana na ilikuwa vipi?
Jana tumekuwa na mechi kadhaa, sana sana kwa football. Onjiko iliweza kushinda mechi yake ya jana ambayo walicheza na Onjiko walicheza na Masara wakashinda, na ndiposa wakapata nafasi ya kufika katika semi-finals. Agoro Sare pia ilicheza na St. Mary's School Yala, ambapo waliwalaza bao moja kwa nunge. Kwa hivyo katika puli yao waliweza kuwa number 1, ambapo wanamenyana sasa na hawa wengine ambao hao Njika ambao walikuwa namba 2 katika pool B. On their way katika harakati ya kufika katika semi-finals, utakumbuka ya kwamba Agoro Sare walikuwa katika pool na Kisumu Day na St. Mary's na Masara kutoka Migori. Hiyo ilikuwa imebatishwa katika lugha ya Kimombo group of death, ambapo hata tunatabiri ya kwamba labda washindi wanatoka katika hilo pool. Kwa hivyo hii ikiendelea hapa, pia kuna semi-final ya pili ambayo inaendelea katika shule ya upili ya Chianda High School, kati ya Usenge Boys ambao ni wenyeji kutoka Siaya na Usenge na Kisumu Day. Utakumbuka ya kwamba Kisumu Day ndio defending champions katika football. Na pia of course kuna volleyball. Sagegi watashikana na Onjiko, Itumbe itashikana na Godbura, hao ni wavulana. Wasichana Nyakongo watashikana na Ogande, Nyakach watashikana na Nyakembere. Nyakembere ni timu ambayo imefana sana na timu ya kutoka nyanja ya Kisii County huko. Kwa hivyo tunatarajia pia katika soka kuna wasichana ambao kuna Jera ambao watashikana na kona Luwak Girls. Nyakach pia itashikana kona Kobala. Kobala ni timu ambayo imefana sana, inatoka county ya Homa Bay. Na wakishikana na Nyakach ambayo inatoka Kisumu, basi nyasi itapata kuumia sana.
Labda hatua ya kuamua kwamba mechi zingine zipelekwe katika shule ya upili ya Chianda na sio hapa Nyamira au Maranda imechochewa na nini?
Shukran. Kwa kusema ukweli, vile nilikueleza mwanzo, football inavuta fans wengi sana. Watu wanapenda kandanda. Eneo hili la Nyanza watu wanapenda kandanda sana. Kwa hivyo vile tulivyoshuhudia jana na juzi, watu kujaza uwanja. Kwa hivyo inakuwa ni shida kiasi kwa himidi. Ndiposa imebidi ya kwamba tuwatawanye hizi michezo, zingine zipelekwe kando kidogo huko mbali, ndiposa fans wasiweze kupata nafasi ya kujazana sana. Unajua kuandalia ni ngumu.
Labda pia nimeona mashabiki wanazuiliwa kuingia katika mechi hizi. Labda nini imechochea hali hiyo, usalama au nidhamu?
Naweza nikasema ni nidhamu kutoka upande wa mashabiki. Kwa sababu wanajazana sana, wanakuja wengi, watu wanajazana kabisa. Ni umati kubwa kabisa. Hata polisi hawawezi mechi kama hizi kwa kusema ukweli zinahitaji uwanja kama stadium. Lakini katika hali ambayo tuko inakuwa ni ngumu sana. Unapata kwamba wanasongea katika uwanja, wanaingia uwanjani, kwa sababu hata wale ambao waamuzi wale referees wanapata shida kuamua, kwa sababu hata kabla mpira itoke tayari imefika kwa mashabiki. Ndiposa tukaamua ya kwamba lazima tuanze mapema vile unavyoanza, na pia tuwapeleke kando ndio at least hata mashabiki wakifika wasifike kwa wengi sana, ndiposa watu haribie uhondo kama huu.
Kesho ni siku ya mwisho. Washindi watarajie nini wakati watakuwa wanatawazwa baada ya kucheza fainali?
Wale ambao wataweza kushinda lazima watapewa vikombe mbalimbali, trophies, na pia watakuwa na hizo bragging rights for the next 1 year. Pia wataweza kuwakilisha Nyanza katika national championships ambazo zitakuwa Kakamega County next month, mwezi ujao.
Asante sana Bwana Ngala Mbor. Huyo ni naibu mwenyekiti wa michezo katika kaunti nzima, zile zinajumuisha kaunti za Siaya, Migori, Homa Bay, Migori pamoja na Kisii, ikiwa ni eneo pana la Nyanza, akitudadavulia tu jinsi mambo yalivyo hapa na tutarajie nini kufikia kesho. Baadhi tu ya mechi ambazo ziligaragazwa jana, ikiwa ni upande wa kinadada wasichana, kulikuwa na timu ya Luaka ambao waliilaza Ratanga 1-0. Vile vile Nyakach Girls wakailaza Agongo mabao 12-0. Hayo tu ni baadhi ya matokeo. Tutakuwa tunazidi kitakambi hapa kujuza mengi. Wewe na mtazamaji wetu salia nasi. Sina la ziada. Mimi ni Mlindikeri na kurejesha kwake Swila.
Asante sana. Huyu ni mwanahabari wetu Mulindi Kari akiripoti moja kwa moja kutoka County ya Siaya. Of course, we'll stay top of this story in the course of the week and bring you up-to-date reports. Gentlemen, Arocho, before we linked up with Kare, you are raising a very serious issue about the quality of players Gor Mahia are signing.
Yes, and I'm happy that I had a sitting with Ambrose Racher, the Gor Mahia president, yesterday, and he made a very good declaration. He said that Gor Mahia is not going to sign any foreign players until further notice. And for me, that is good, because these are, for lack of a better word, they are robbing
the club,
the country. I like what Chitora brought out. Why do we even have a foreign coach in the national team? Why do we even have these people? A foreign coach who comes with 3 or 2 assistants. For me, these are just tourists who are coming to see Kenya, and then we pay them. Because
they go.
Other than, as he said, other than the late Fabish, all these other coaches who have come in, what have they done? What have they done for this country? Back to Gor Mahia. And once again, I'm going to mention these players. What has Santo done to earn 5 million that he was paid the other day? And once again, other than Jules Ulimwengu, Jules was a good player. He scored several goals for Gor Mahia. Shafik Batabuzi was a good player.
This biting Arocho, let me ask.
This goalkeeper is called who?
Adama.
Surely, guys.
Allow me to ask Shitera, hold on, and of course today we are asking you, quite heated here, we are asking you question of the day: what are your thoughts on Gor Mahia's expulsion from CAF Champions League? What are your Gor Mahia's thoughts? What are your thoughts on Gor Mahia's expansion from the CAF Champions League? Send your feedback to 422. We are going to sample some of them. You can also tweet us at TV Kenya, at Isaac Swila. Now, Shitera, taking over from Arocho, he's raising issues about the monetary paid. But are these players to blame or the club leadership?
I just wanted to do something, because I went and checked the profile of the players. And you can see, like, a player has never stayed in one club for more than 1 season. Like, a player has been even in 2 clubs for 1 season. If you check a player like that, that can raise a red flag, because you have to investigate, even with these clubs, like, what did he do there? What has he done? ABCD. Not bring the clips when agents always bring the clips that, you see now he can even score goals, he can even, maybe even that was 10 years ago, unatuletea clips saizi. So I think that we have to blame actually the club, first of all, because they did not do the thorough checking of the players before signing what? Signing the papers. So, and that is why it is really now hunting them until now they can't go for the competition of the CAF. So for me, it is the contract, after the signing of the contract, what is written in the contract, what is it going to benefit even the club? Is the club going to what? To kulipa hiyo pesa imeandikwa kwa contract? You know, there are the things that raises red flags, but I think those are the things that people brush off, the small things people brush off. And I know these players have very good lawyers, whereby they know if the club does one mistake, hapa ndio pesa tunaenda kutoa. You know, the way Shimanyula said, tumbo ya kuku, tumbo ya kufanya nini? Ya kukula, the way he said. So they know very well, we are going to sign in this team. If they make one mistake, we are going to pin them down and get money from them.
Shitera, sum it up in 1 minute now, and I want you maybe to tackle the question. These players worked so hard to earn the ticket to continental football, but now it's all down the drain.
Actually, people who did not play a part in helping Gor Mahia qualify for CAF are the ones who are bringing it down. And raking in millions of shillings. And as Arocho said, we really need to have a change of culture in this. And I like it when Shimanyula says Kakamega Homeboys is a local team that will represent local talent, and no foreign players will be allowed into that club. I think he raised it, and you tried to raise some issues that he really needs to strengthen with foreign-based players, but players who means well for the club. I don't know if you have talked to your friend Shikanda. What is he doing about the current situation?
Well, they are at a quagmire. FC Leopards are at a quagmire, though they argue in the case that they've been paying the coach. It's just a matter of them releasing documents and countering what the coach has presented at FIFA. But all said and done, guys, we must have a conversation. We must have a conversation because of time. Let's go to North America, where, of course, the Red Devils did the damage to the Gunners. And, of course, Zita, you're too happy with this, maybe. Can you predict probably the season for us?
There's one advice I'll just give you guys. Do not sell Thomas Partey. That is one thing I will tell Arsenal, even the coach Arteta, don't sell that player. Because when he came in the second half, there's changes he made that the game actually stabilized. Because the Rise and Kai Havertz, I mean, let me call him very well, the Declan Rice, Kai Havertz and Odegaard, the gelling of them in the midfield didn't work in the first half because actually the first half mlieka kama ni mnacheza Champions League, but you didn't do anything. So for me, I think it's pre-season, and that is what I've seen a lot of Gor Mahia, I mean FC, sorry, I'm talking about Gor Mahia. If Arsenal fans saying that it's just pre-season, we are trying to look on the page, starting the season. At the end of it, Arsenal are not going to win this the Premier League again.
In 30 seconds.
I enjoy.
I enjoy that.
I enjoy that the show is